Every masterpiece begins with the humblest of origins. This is cattle bone ash, the primary ingredient that makes up 50% of the world's most luxurious porcelain. To the untrained eye, it looks like simple powder. But this material holds the secret to the legendary strength and translucent beauty found only in high-end bone china. The journey starts here, where raw materials are gathered in massive quantities. These piles are the foundation of a process that turns industrial waste into artistic perfection. From the warehouse, the bone ash is transported via a sophisticated conveyor system. This ensures a steady and controlled flow into the heart of the manufacturing production line. There is a certain poetry in these floating particles, as they represent the beginning of a transformation that will eventually end in a delicate and expensive dinnerware set. Industrial scale meets artistic vision in this facility. The hopper acts as the gateway, where raw bone ash begins its chemical and physical evolution into fine ceramic slip. Notice the purity of the color. The higher the quality of the bone ash, the whiter and more translucent the final porcelain product will be after the firing. Quality control begins at the very first stage. Every batch of bone ash is tested to ensure it meets the strict mineral requirements for high-grade ceramic production. The machinery operates with a rhythmic pulse, moving the heavy material upward. It is a symphony of engineering designed to handle delicate minerals with consistent and reliable force. As the ash enters the mixing chamber, it prepares to meet its counterparts. This stage is crucial for achieving the perfect balance of minerals for the slip. Modern technology allows for precise measurement down to the milligram. This accuracy is what separates mass-produced pottery from the exquisite quality of high-end, genuine, fine bone china. We are witnessing the birth of a product that will last for generations. The transition from raw, dusty ash to refined elegance is about to begin right now. The grinding process is the second movement of our symphony. Inside these rotating drums, heavy ceramic balls crush the minerals into a microscopic and perfectly uniform powder. Water is the catalyst for change. High-pressure jets transform the dry minerals into a fluid state, allowing the components to bond together in a perfectly homogeneous mixture. This thick, creamy liquid is known as slip. It is the lifeblood of the production process, carrying all the necessary ingredients to form the final porcelain body. The slip is stored in these massive vats, where it is constantly agitated to prevent settling. Maintaining a consistent viscosity is vital for the success of molding. Precision is the hallmark of this stage. Every pound of pressure is monitored to ensure the slip moves through the pipes at the exact speed required for production. Refinement is key. The slip passes through ultra-fine filters to remove even the smallest impurities, ensuring the final product is free from any spots or structural defects. Automation brings a level of consistency that human hands simply cannot match. This ensures that every single plate produced today will be identical in its mineral composition. The atmosphere in the mixing room is heavy with moisture. This controlled environment prevents the slip from drying out prematurely, maintaining its workable and fluid plastic state. Kaolin clay provides the plasticity needed for shaping. It works in harmony with the bone ash, providing the structural integrity required to survive the intense kiln heat. Yet despite the heavy automation, the human eye and experience remain irreplaceable. Skilled technicians perform regular manual checks to verify the slip's flow rate and its overall density. Science drives the beauty of bone china. The exact ratio of minerals determines the whiteness, strength, and translucency that the brand is famous for in the market. The journey continues as the liquid slip is pumped through the facility. It is moving toward the shaping department, where it will finally take a physical form. Every drop of this liquid represents hours of grinding and mixing. It is a concentrated essence of earth and bone, ready to be transformed into a masterpiece. Cleanliness is paramount in a porcelain factory. Any cross-contamination could ruin an entire batch, so the equipment is meticulously cleaned between every single production run performed. The continuous rotation of the ball mills is the heartbeat of this department. They work 24 hours a day to provide a constant supply of refined material. Efficiency is built into the design of every machine. These gears have been turning for years, yet they move with the silence and precision of a watch. Air is the enemy of fine porcelain. The de-airing process removes all microscopic bubbles, preventing holes and cracks from forming during the intense firing process later on. A small sample is cast to check for shrinkage and color. This final verification ensures that the large-scale production run will proceed without any unexpected technical issues. The slip is now ready. It has been ground, mixed, filtered, and tested. The liquid stage of our journey is complete, and the shaping process is starting. Now we enter the realm of form. High-pressure hydraulic presses force the refined clay into precision plaster molds, instantly creating the basic shape of a plate. As the mold opens, the miracle of shape is revealed. What was once a liquid slip is now a tangible object held together by pressure and chemistry. Robotic arms handle these greenware pieces with a softness that mimics a human touch. At this stage, the plates are extremely fragile and can crumble easily. The scale of production is breathtaking. Hundreds of plates move in unison, each one a perfect replica of the master design thanks to advanced industrial engineering. Precision trimming removes any excess material from the edges. This ensures a perfectly round and uniform profile, preparing the piece for the delicate manual finishing stages ahead. Despite the machines, the human touch remains essential. Artisans use damp sponges to smooth away any microscopic imperfections, a process known as sponging in the ceramic world. The sound of the sponge on the raw clay is a signature of the workshop. It is a delicate process that requires a light hand and years. This is where technology and craft merge. These skilled workers ensure that every item leaving the production line meets the high standards of a luxury artisanal product. Cups and bowls require different techniques. A process called jiggering uses centrifugal force and precision tools to form the thin, delicate walls characteristic of fine bone china. Attaching handles is a delicate art. Each one is placed by hand, using liquid slip as the adhesive, ensuring the join is invisible after the firing process. Once shaped, the pieces must be dried slowly and evenly. Controlled drying prevents warping and cracking, allowing the material to shrink slightly while maintaining its perfect form. High-tech sensors monitor every piece. Any plate that is even a fraction of a millimeter out of alignment is automatically flagged for removal from the line. The drying chamber is a carefully controlled environment, so humidity and temperature are adjusted constantly to ensure the clay reaches the perfect leather-hard state for the next step. A simple tap can tell an experienced worker if a piece is dry enough. It's an old-world technique that still holds value in a modern factory setting. Sometimes the drying process must be slowed down. Automated misting systems maintain the ideal surface moisture, preventing the edges from drying faster than the center of the piece. The molds themselves are works of engineering. Precise patterns are etched into the plaster, allowing for complex designs to be replicated across thousands of finished porcelain items. The sheer volume of production is a testament to the demand for quality. This department is a hive of activity, where raw minerals finally become recognizable objects. The underside is just as important as the top. Every surface is inspected and finished to ensure the entire piece is smooth to the touch and visually perfect. Even a single speck of dust can cause a defect in the kiln. Meticulous cleaning at this stage is the only way to achieve a flawless porcelain finish. The stamp of the brand is a promise of quality. It marks the transition from a simple clay object to a product destined for the finest dining tables. The preparation is complete. Thousands of pieces are now ready to face the ultimate test of the kiln. This is where their final character will be forged. Loading the kiln is a high-stakes task. The pieces must be arranged with precision to allow for heat circulation and to prevent any warping under their own weight. The molding and shaping phase has ended. We are moving toward the fire, where the soft clay will be transformed into an incredibly hard and durable ceramic. Welcome to the tunnel kiln. This massive furnace is the heart of the factory, where the transformation from bone and clay into glass-like porcelain actually takes place. The journey through the fire begins. It is a slow, methodical process that cannot be rushed, as the temperature must rise at a very specific and controlled rate. 1250 degrees Celsius. At this extreme heat, the bone ash and clay begin to vitrify, turning into a dense, non-porous, and incredibly strong material. The heat is generated by precise gas burners. These flames create a consistent environment where the chemical bonds of the minerals are permanently altered by the energy. The kiln is an engineering marvel. It is designed to maintain a perfect temperature gradient over its entire length, ensuring that every piece receives the exact same treatment. Sensors are the eyes of the operation. They provide real-time data to ensure the firing curve remains within a fraction of a degree of the master specification. Even with automation, human oversight is constant. Experienced technicians monitor the kiln's performance, ready to adjust the gas flow or conveyor speed at a moment's notice. Inside, the plates are glowing with heat. This is the moment of vitrification, where the bone ash melts and fuses with the clay to create a translucent structure. As they emerge, the cooling process is just as critical. Cooling too quickly would cause the porcelain to shatter from thermal shock, so it is carefully managed. The transformation is visible. The grey clay is gone, replaced by a brilliant, pure white material. This is bisque porcelain, hard as rock and incredibly light. Inspection after the first firing is rigorous. Only the pieces that survive the 1200-degree heat without any warping or cracking are allowed to continue forward. Notice the tight grain of the surface. The high bone ash content allows for a much denser structure than standard porcelain, giving it superior strength and durability. The sound of the bisque is a sign of its quality. A clear, ringing tone indicates a solid, well-fired piece with no internal flaws or hidden structural cracks. Here, every piece is hand-finished one last time. Any roughness on the base is sanded down to ensure it won't scratch other plates when they are eventually stacked. Before glazing, the bisque must be perfectly clean. An automated wash ensures that no dust remains, as even the smallest particle would ruin the final glassy finish. This final wash is the bridge between the raw firing and the decorative stages. It prepares the skin of the porcelain to receive its protective glaze coat. The sheer number of pieces produced is a testament to the scale of the operation. This warehouse of white bisque is the result of days of processing. Handling these pieces still requires care. Although they are now hard, they are not yet finished. They are awaiting the final layers that will bring them life. The first trial by fire is over. The bone and clay have become one. Now we prepare for the second firing, where the magic of light begins. The glazing process is where the porcelain gets its skin. A quick dip into this mineral suspension covers the piece in a perfectly even layer of liquid glass. For large batches, automated sprayers ensure a thickness that is consistent to the micron. This uniformity is essential for the brilliant, mirror-like finish of the final product. At this stage, the glaze looks like a layer of chalk. It's hard to imagine that this dull, opaque coating will soon become a crystal-clear protective shield. The glaze must dry completely before the second firing. The drying tunnel uses gentle heat to evaporate the water, leaving a delicate powder coat on the surface. A crucial step, removing glaze from the foot of the plate. This ensures the piece doesn't fuse to the kiln shelf during the high-heat glossed firing process. The second firing, or glossed firing, is slightly cooler than the first. However, it is still intense enough to melt the glaze into a smooth, transparent glass. As the heat rises, the glaze begins to soften and flow. It fills every microscopic pore of the bisque, creating a bond that is inseparable and permanent. This is the moment of clarity. The chemical reaction transforms the dull powder into a brilliant, reflective surface that enhances the pure whiteness of the underlying porcelain. The transformation is complete. The plates emerge with a stunning high-gloss finish. The contrast between the raw bone ash and this brilliant surface is truly remarkable and beautiful. And here is the magic of bone china: translucency. Because of the high bone ash content, the light can pass through the material, creating a warm glow. This is the ultimate test of quality. The ability to see through the porcelain is what distinguishes genuine bone china from standard ceramics or stoneware in the market. A perfect piece shows no shadows or inclusions. The light should be even and soft, a testament to the purity of the minerals and the precision of mixing. In this room, the true character of the batch is revealed. It is a breathtaking sight to see hundreds of plates glowing in unison under the inspection lights. Listen to that sound. A perfect piece of bone china rings with a high-pitched crystalline note that lasts for several seconds after it has been struck. The acoustic test is as important as the visual one. It confirms that the vitrification is complete and that there are no internal stresses or microscopic fractures. The glaze must be like a mirror. No bubbles, no pinholes, no scratches. The level of scrutiny at this stage is what defines the luxury market standards. For the final touch, many pieces receive decorative patterns. This can include hand-painted gold leaf or delicate, high-resolution silk-screened decals that are fired onto the glazed surface. Hand gilding is a skill that takes years to master. Using real gold, the artisan adds a layer of opulence that complements the natural beauty of the porcelain. A third and final firing, at a lower temperature, fuses the gold or decals into the glaze. This ensures the decoration will not fade or wear off. The result is a permanent bond between the metal and the ceramic. The gold is now as durable as the porcelain itself, ready for decades of use. The final inspection is the most rigorous. Every single piece is checked against the master design to ensure color accuracy and perfect placement of every decorative element. With a final polish, the journey is nearly complete. The dusty troves of bone ash have been fully transformed into objects of incredible beauty and high value. From raw material to finished treasure, this facility is a testament to what is possible when technology, science, and human artistry come together in perfect balance. The final mark. This logo is more than just a brand. It's a certification that this piece has passed through every rigorous stage of our master process. Packaging is an art in itself. Each piece is individually wrapped to ensure that its journey from our factory to your home is safe and entirely protected. The experience begins with the box. Luxury is about the details, from the first touch of the packaging to the moment the porcelain is finally revealed. From this central hub, these masterpieces travel to the most prestigious hotels, restaurants, and private homes across the globe, carrying a legacy of craftsmanship and quality. In their final environment, the plates come alive. They provide a canvas for the world's finest cuisine, enhancing the dining experience with their understated and classic elegance. Chefs prefer this material because it holds heat well, and its neutral, brilliant white color never competes with the visual presentation of the food being served. The tactile experience is unmatched. The lightness and strength of bone china provide a sense of luxury that can be felt in the hand and against the lips. These pieces become part of people's lives and memories. They are used in celebrations and milestones, standing as silent witnesses to the most important moments in history. Even under candlelight, the magic remains. The translucency we saw in the factory is now a feature that adds a warm and inviting glow to the atmosphere. Innovation never stops. While we honor tradition, our designers are always looking for new ways to push the boundaries of what this incredible material can achieve. Technology continues to evolve. We use the latest 3D modeling software to design molds that were once impossible to create, allowing for even more intricate and beautiful shapes. In the lab, we are constantly refining the formula. We are searching for the next generation of bone china, one that is even thinner, stronger, and more translucent. Every prototype is a step toward perfection. We analyze every detail, ensuring that our future products will continue to lead the world in ceramic innovation and quality. The human element is the most important part of our legacy. Passing these skills to the next generation ensures that the soul of the craft will never be lost. As another day ends, the kilns keep burning. The process of turning ash into art is continuous, a cycle of creation that has defined our brand for decades. From the ashes of the past comes the brilliance of the present. This is the journey of bone china, a story of transformation, precision, and timeless artistic beauty. Thank you for joining us on this journey. We hope you appreciate the skill, technology, and heart that goes into every single piece of our fine porcelain.